I farted when you came to my place, so I mean.
He did. The first time I came to this place, he passed gas, so he broke me in real quick.
I was trying to hold it. I was like, oh! You know how you walk in trying to walk fast. I was like, oh! I was like, yo, you gonna call me again?
This is what I gotta put up with. We just had a really dope friendship. I was not liking him in that way, and he was not liking me in that way. I mean, you know when you like somebody, you try to fix yourself up when they're coming over. I would have on some flannel pajamas with a scarf on my head.
Cookie flannel pajamas.
No makeup. I'm like, this is just a homie, you know. And then all of a sudden, I don't know, we spent a lot of time together as friends, and he told me how much he loved God, and that was my number one thing. I said, I want a man that loved God. His grandmother passed away, and he cried on my shoulder, and that's the first time a man has ever cried on my shoulder. And I'm like, wow, so he's sensitive, he's nice.
And I saw how she was with her family, and just, real warm and stuff like that, and it just naturally progressed. And I remember when I really knew, because I drove to see her, you had the rehearsal.
Oh yeah, I was rehearsing for my tour that I was about to do with NSYNC. And Flex said to me, you're always saying that you're praying for your soulmate, but your soulmate could be staring you right in your face.
Bam!
And when he said that, I was like,
bam!
It all clicked. I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is the one.
Hit it with that joint like, bad.
And then he walked away like Billy D.
I think you hold on to that. You're just going to let my arm fall off.
Before tour.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
You kissed me for the first time.
That's right.
Before I went on tour, we kissed. And it was to Maxwell's song, Fortunate.
Yeah, she's loving, you know what I mean? Loving person, very, very.
That's so sweet.
When I when things were rough, when I met her, once I finally told her what was going on, I mean, she just was like, whatever, you know what I mean? Especially out here in Hollywood, you tell a woman that, you're struggling, she's like, all right, peace. And it wasn't that, and that was just, I saw that quality in her. It was like unconditional love. I didn't
turn and run from Flex because Flex is a go-getter. And I knew that he had the potential, and I knew that he was, he's very talented, and he's driven, and I knew that he was gonna succeed.
Now, give up.
Now he was thinking about giving up and going back to New York. He said he didn't want to act anymore because he was getting frustrated with the industry and everything. And I encouraged him to keep going because I know how great he is. And also, he's not lazy. Like if he would have been one of those guys that didn't work, just laid on the couch all day with the remote control in his hand, it wasn't and if he wasn't trying, then I definitely would have moved on, for sure. But I knew that he had it in him.
And she told me, she was like, no, you gotta create your own.
Yeah, I said, he's auditioning for all these shows and was having a rough time at one point. And I said, create your own show, Then
I did.
And then one-on-one. Yeah. The day that he proposed to me, I was working out with Billy Blanks, but I wasn't doing his class. He was we were doing private training, so I was doing weights. I was doing a lot of heavy, weights and trying to tone.
Gosh.
So I said to him that earlier that day, I said, babe, does it look like I'm worked out? I said, does it look like I work out? And he said, you look a little husky. Oh my God. He did. He told me I looked husky. I was so offended because I was training so hard. So I didn't speak to him the whole day I was mad at him.
It's the wrong choice of words.
So that night, he took me out to dinner and proposed to me that night. And he stood on top of a table and saying, you are so beautiful to me. And then he got on one knee and proposed. And then I got over the husky comment.
Oh, gosh.
Adore by Prince.
Adore.
It reminds me
of Adore.
Because I adore him.
Oh, gosh. Fall For You was a song she had on her The Face album. That song right there was like, because what it was saying, it was like, I've been in love a time or two. I've
seen the world, but not with you. February will be 17 years.
Yep.
And we have a 15-year-old daughter, a 12-year-old son.
Ooh, what happened to the time? I'm Flex.
I am Shanice.
And we are Black Love.
I hadn't seen her in like 3 years at that point, and she was like, oh, I got, it's my birthday, blah, 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 you should come through. And I was like, cool. So I come through to her birthday party, and it's like downtown on a rooftop in a pool. And then I roll up and she got on like some little bathing suit number, and I was like, wait a minute. Like things had changed over the years.